Tonight, as I stand before all of you as the father of the groom, with a heart filled with gratitude and joy, it's an honor to share in the celebration of love, not just between two people, but between two families. This rehearsal dinner is not just a prelude to the big day, but a chance for all of us to come together as a family and celebrate the love that brought us here together tonight. I'm such a good kid. Tonight, as we gather to celebrate, let us also remember those that couldn't be here with us physically. Our thoughts are with them, and we know that they are watching over us with love and pride. As I started to think about what I wanted to say tonight, no less than a dozen funny or embarrassing moments in Liam's life came to mind right away that I could share that include, but are not limited to, Liam urinating off the back of a fully loaded tour bus full of people driving through the mountains in St. Thomas. Yes, he was intoxicated. Liam and I having a conversation about where babies were come from, and Liam having some confusion about the purpose of some certain body parts. Also, getting a drunken phone call from his best man Danny that Liam had been hit by a truck while riding on a scooter, also intoxicated, with his frat brother.
At 4 in the morning.
At 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd be happy to regale any of those stories afterwards. But what I want to share is a story that gave me tremendous insight as to the type of character that my son was made at a very, very young age. So here's the story. I've told this story so many times, it's still very, very difficult to get through without getting emotional. So Liam's 5 years old, his little sister Taylor is 2. It's summertime, the kids are playing in their driveway. I had just recently purchased a brand new Kia Sedona minivan. It's gorgeous, it's fully loaded. I think I made like 1 or 2 payments on it. So I walked outside to get the mail, and I see Taylor was playing in front of the minivan, and she was driving one of his Hot Wheels scooters back and forth across the bumper. To which I'm like, oh my gosh, Taylor, please don't drive the Hot Wheel car across the bumper so it doesn't get a scratch. So Taylor, in the sweetest, most endearing voice ever, said, okay, Dad. So the next morning, Liam had told me that a friend had invited him to Vacation Bible School and he wanted to go. So I got him in the car and drove him to the Vacation Bible School and dropped him off, walked him in. So I'm walking back out and I get a look at the hood of the minivan, and I could see at least 100 deep scratches back and forth across the hood. Now I'm not talking about buff out scratches, I'm talking like down to the metal scratches. I'm like, oh my gosh. So needless to say, it looked like Taylor had moved from the bumper up to the bottom of the hood and made a nice big track back and forth. I was like, oh my gosh. So I went to go pick Liam up from Vacation Bible School. We're walking back to the car, and I said to Liam, hey buddy, I need your help with something. So Liam, who was always very good about making sure people followed the rules and did the right thing, was like, yeah, sure, Dad, what? And I said, I need you to make sure that no one plays in, on, near, or around our brand new minivan. And he's like, okay. So I'm buckling him in at this point. And he's like, well, why? And I said to him, Taylor scratched the hood of the minivan, like, so super bad. So Liam was like, well, can I see? And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll show you when we get home. And he's like, no, can I see now, please? And I'm like, okay. So I unbuckle him from his car seat. We walk to the front of the minivan, and I show him these scratches deep in the hood. Liam looks at the scratches, and he looks at me. And he looks at the scratches again, and he looks up at me. Now, Liam had just started Taekwondo a couple months earlier, and to request permission to speak in Taekwondo, you would snap your feet together, throw your left hand under your right hand, and raise your right hand up. And that was the formal request permission to speak. So Liam does just that. He snaps his little feet together, and he throws his left hand under his right hand, and he raises his right hand up, and he's looking up at me, and I can see that he has tears welling in his eyes. And I'm like kind of confused. I'm like, yeah, dude, you can do it. And he's like, Taylor didn't scratch the van. I did. Sorry. He goes, I didn't want you to think that Taylor did something that I did. So I'm like, wow. Like, okay, wow. I said, did you do it with a Hot Wheels car? And he said, no. He goes, the van was dusty, and I got your brush. Your wire brush. And he's like, am I in trouble? And I said, no, son, you're not in trouble. I said, I'm going to take you to Dairy Queen. I said, what you just showed is integrity. And integrity is doing the right thing when no one's looking. And I said, I would have gone all the rest of the days of my life and thought Taylor had done that. And you wanted to do the right thing. And you owned up to it, and you said, I did it. You know, I've said it so many times before in years past, and it continues to be true now more than ever. When Liam was born, I was so very excited to teach him all about life and how to be a good and honorable man. And all these years later, I am truly humbled and honored by all that I've learned from him. Almost done. Liam, I couldn't be prouder of you. You've grown into a truly wonderful young man. And it's been an absolutely incredible adventure and journey to watch you become the person you are today. And now you're about to embark on a new adventure as you join in hands in marriage with a truly wonderful woman. Sophie, you've not only captured his heart, but all of ours as well. Your beauty, your compassion, and your warmth has brought so much happiness in all of our lives. From the moment I met you, I knew that you were a perfect match for Liam, especially when I found out that you could spot a bench pressing. You brought joy, positivity, and good vibes wherever you go, and we're so very excited to have you as part of our family. It's evident that you've brought an incredible light into Liam's life, and I have seen so much joy and love that you bring to him, and for that I am eternally grateful. So I also want to express my deepest thanks to Sophie's family for their warmth and acceptance. It's such a beautiful thing to see two families coming together, brought together by the love that our children share. I also want to express my deepest gratitude to Sophie's family and all those who played a part in making this wedding possible, from the planning, the expense, the preparations, all your time, dedication, and effort has all made this day now a reality. So everybody raise their glasses and a toast.
Mine's empty.
May your love be enduring. Your days filled with joy and your journey together to be an extraordinary adventure. May you continue to support and cherish one another. May you find in each other the strength to face life's challenges and the joy to savor life's beautiful moments. We look forward to watching your love story unfold and supporting you every step of the way. Cheers.
I didn't think anything.